And a very good morning to you at 4 minutes after 10. Listen, here's the thing. Come here a minute. We need to have a chat. We need to talk. I can't do this every day, nor can you. The Daily Mail can. They can be poking hatred at whoever it is. I told you on Monday, I can't believe it. Of all the predictions that I've shared with you in the last few years, every single one of which I think has come true. Smug? Moi? No. This is the one that shocked me the most. Not with the scale of the vindication, but with the speed of it. I just sensed at the end of last week and the beginning of this week that things were going so badly that the usual suspects were going to have to start wheeling out immigration again. And of course, it's not even immigration. Let's be absolutely clear about that. One of the ugliest things about this whole saga is the conflation of asylum seeking with immigration. I mean, many people are comfortable with both. Everybody should be comfortable with both up to a certain point. But now that we talk about refugees as if they were people just sort of coming here on a wing and a prayer in the hope of getting a house. Or I think, did Sheila have a caller yesterday just as I was leaving the office claiming that they all come here because they think they're going to get a house? I thought I'd woken up in 1984. No, that's a bad example because everyone thinks of George Orwell. I thought I'd woken up in 1986. But no, when I started working here and I first started getting sent those emails, this is before social media. Yeah, that's how old I am. That's how long I've been doing this. Someone said, Jeanette, thank you for the card marking my 20th anniversary. Is it really 20 years to the day since I did my first shifts? Well, no, it could be, you know. Anyway, I digress. When I first started getting sent these carefully constructed emails, like a precursor of your Uncle Keith's Facebook page these days, and it would be like an official-looking account of how if you were born in Pakistan, you could have a free shop on Luton High Street. And someone had gone to the trouble of writing this and making it look official. And then, of course, it gets sent around everywhere before social media, but in the early days of the internet when everything was done by email. And it would arrive in my inbox. And people were understandably cross with me for not being aware of this. And I used to reply, can you believe that? Can you believe how few listeners we had? Like I could reply to emails and say things like, I don't think this is real, or I've spoken to the council and this is complete hogwash. This simply isn't true. And then even now you get the memes going around about how old age pensioners get nothing and asylum seekers get everything. None of it's true, but it works. You see, it's incredibly powerful. It's incredibly seductive. And everything is in such a state at the moment. We're probably going to be looking at more austerity on the horizon. The country, huge swathes of the country are running on fumes. People can't afford their energy bills. They're choosing between heating and eating. We've got, ludicrous levels of self-imposed friction on our trading. We've brought back checks and red tape, and no one can tell the truth. It's a mad period in UK history. No one can tell the truth. No one in power. You still have idiots writing in the Daily Mail about the establishment scuppering their dreams of a new Jerusalem. The Daily Mail is anti-establishment. I remember when Farage started casting himself as being anti-establishment, and you sort of think these are the things that happen in banana republics. We shouldn't be letting this stuff happen here. But hey-ho, there he is, popping up again on Question Time, spewing his nonsense and bile, and it infects the bloodstream. It gets into the bloodstream. Someone sent me a BNP manifesto from I don't know, about 20 years ago. I might share it with you a little bit later in the programme. Someone sent me a British National Party manifesto from 2010. And I'll tell you this, and I'll tell you for nothing, you would struggle to tell the difference between what was written down on that piece of paper and the words that have come out of Suella Braverman's mouth over the last couple of weeks. So it's a grim period. Nobody can tell the truth. Things are going very, very badly. A lot of the things that are going badly are a direct consequence of listening to people who are now telling you to get cross about asylum seekers. So you listened to them about Brexit. Congratulations, you did this. A lot of this. Even the small boat situation would be a lot better if we hadn't left the European Union. It's not caused by it. The Dublin Agreement, under which we could return people to other countries, was a strong piece of legislation. But as with an awful lot of stuff that this country did in relation to such issues, it wasn't implemented much. The numbers were negligible. It's a powerful piece of legislation, but it wasn't used. when we were still in the European Union. It could have been, just as we could have had a lot more rules about who could come here and who couldn't, or about the financial thresholds or the employment status that you would need in order to be able to avail yourself of free movement. But nobody ever tells the truth. Nobody ever tells the truth about these things. It's incredible. And they can't. We're stuck in this weird, it's like a Mariana Trench of delusion. It's so deep. I don't know how we ever get out of it. Look, I'm one idiot on the radio. You can put me on in the morning and hear the truth. You can have me pointing out that the Daily Mail's front page today, 1 in 6 of us born overseas. Do you know who that includes? Should we run through it just off the top of our heads? OK, that includes the Prime Minister's parents. It includes the Home Secretary's parents. It includes the Foreign Secretary's mum. It includes the Chancellor of the Exchequer's wife. It includes Nigel Farage's last wife. It includes Boris Johnson himself. It includes the owner of the Times and the owner of the Sun. The owner of the Daily Mail, I think, was born in this country, but he achieves non-dom status by dint of his father adopting a non-dom status. So he is technically not British for tax purposes. I could go on. How many other people do you need to be reminded were not born here? Mo Farah? I don't know. I mean, 1 in 6 of us born overseas. Why are you going to get cross about that? Don't know, James. Because they're telling me to. And that's where my thoughts went today.